So don't think, like, I'm not being transformed, I'm not feeling anything. Sheikh Muhammad Hadra Jalani, who we had the blessed company of being at the date farm the other day, told me, he said, sometimes in these spiritual places or in these moments of great spiritual gatherings or, these things that you're told, these spiritual things you're supposed to experience. He said, and sometimes you may feel absolutely nothing. And he said, if you're in surgery, they put you under anesthesia for a reason. So sometimes, subhanAllah, just like when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when they opened his chest and removed the spots, he didn't feel it. Right? And so a lot of times things are being removed from you. There may be some serious spiritual and heart surgery that's being done. Right? But you may not be, and it may be a blessed thing for you not to feel it. That's a mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So don't think, like, I'm not being transformed, I'm not feeling anything. I will even say up to a year. Go home and see how you are a year from now. Really short story. When I was 15, I went to Senegal. I went to Gorée Island. If you don't know what Gorée Island is, I don't have time to tell you. Muhammad will beat me up. But quickly, it's a slave port in Senegal. And it was a place where they transported slaves into the Americas. And everybody around me was like weeping and like falling out. It's a horrible place. I'm gonna be honest with you, horrible place. And they preserved it. And there are many things about it. Everybody was crying, and they were having like this whole thing. I was like, I wonder what we're gonna eat for lunch. At the time, right? Not that I knew the history. And I had been told, and I remember looking Joy. I remember looking out over the Atlantic Ocean, and at the time, just feeling a sense of like vastness, of like, oh wow, just like the vastness of the ocean. I wasn't Muslim at the time. I'm going through Senegal as a tourist, doing all the things, right? A year later, I take Shahada. 20 years later, I return as a teacher to Senegal to give a class at Shaykha Ieasha Prime University. Right? Sometimes Allah, and years after that, I'm teaching about the history of Islam in early America and the effects of the Atlantic slave trade and all of that. And lead trips of people going to Gorée Island and all of the Islamic history connected to it. And live in Gambia, by the way. So sometimes you're being transformed. You just don't know it. So let Allah do his work. And if you're under anesthesia, don't worry, Allah knows what he's doing.